Hi, everyone. Sorry about that. I was having some technical issues with Zoom. um, I'm sorry if you guys got 2 emails. That was another technical issue. I'm sorry about that. I should be better at this. I mean, I'm running a hackathon. So thank you guys all for participating in HackDalton. If you had a good time, please consider making a donation to one of these incredible foundations. They do a lot of good work. And this has been an incredibly stressful week for a lot of people, and a week when we've experienced a lot of things that we've never experienced before, or have experienced before, but haven't necessarily responded as appropriately to. So I'd just like to say, I guess, that, that please contribute if you can to these foundations, because they're doing a lot of good work right now. One thing that I talked about at the beginning of the programming competition is how this quote, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." And I thought that that was something that I really saw a lot of during the hackathon. I know that there were a bunch of teams that I spoke to that it was their first CTF, their first programming competition, and they got a lot done and did really well and had a great time. And just by thinking outside the box. So that was something that I think was a great experience for a lot of people, and I'm glad that that happened. Without further ado, the final scoreboard. In first place, the Coding G's with 3,010 points out of a total possible 4,410. Then 4Gen, and there's a mistake on this. I am sorry, that is probably wrong because, sorry, let's check the actual scoreboard because something is wrong. Okay, yeah. Okay, 4Gen has 2,810 points. Tech Hacks in third with 2,610 points. And Trinity is in fourth with 1,810 points. And then Math at 2 a.m. is in fifth with 1,510 points. So congratulations to all of those teams and to everybody for such a wonderful job during the hackathon. I wanted to give like 2 shout outs in particular. Riley was the only person to solve the dynamic systems link problem, which was really impressive. Yeah, I think it was the hardest problem that we wrote, and I'm just amazed that, especially because Riley said it was his first time participating in a CTF, which was pretty cool to solve the hardest problem and be the only one to do it. Secret Agent was also a very hard problem with only one solution, and Max was the only person to solve it. So yeah, and Max is a freshman at Dalton, which is cool. And yeah, he pretty much did a lot of his team. It seems like he and racked up enough points to win the whole thing. Yeah, which is pretty cool. Some statistics that I thought were interesting that I just wanted to share. So there were 44 users across 23 teams with 4,410 possible points across 15 challenges. The most solutions was Let Me In 1. I think pretty much everybody who solved a problem solved Let Me In 1 with 15 solves. And Secret Agent and Dynamic Systems Link had the least solves with 1 solve each, except for Cool CPU 2, which nobody solved. But watch out for that write-up, because we'll publish a write-up later today, and all the write-ups will go public. Score distribution. So a lot of teams scored between 580 and 882 points, and then, which I thought was interesting. And there's also a high portion of teams that scored between 1,764 and 2,058 points. I'm not sure why it decided to like pick these boundaries, but it did. Yeah, this is another thing that I thought was interesting. The submission percentages. So 58.1% of flags submitted were correct, and 41.9% of flags submitted were incorrect. So I just thought that was an interesting statistic. Yeah, thank you guys all for participating, and have an amazing rest of your weekend. Thank you so much. So about Secret Agent. Secret Agent was a steganography problem where essentially what that means is that there was essentially images are stored in a way where there's essentially colors, and the last bit in the color is the least important because your eye mostly can't distinguish between different colors. So what you can do is you can change the last bit of the image to to store a secret message, essentially. It was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool idea, but I should have given more hints or something, I guess. It was also, a lot of people I noticed made the mistake of trying to convert the image to another format, which often messes up the steganography component of it. So yeah, that's where a lot of people got stuck, I think. Yeah, Cool CPU 1 and 2, Cool CPU 2 was kind of a last minute problem that Alex wrote yesterday. And I never actually got a chance to solve it. So Alex, do you want to talk about solving it? Yeah, cool CPUs are definitely better than Z80s. Cool CPU 1 was cool though. I was actually curious about how people solved Cool CPU 1. Did you guys generally write something to solve it, to write an assembler, or did you assemble by hand? And then also, did people actually use a loop with like the jump, or did you? Some people I know just kind of read every byte from memory. Yeah. Oh, Riley is posting his code.
How many people solved?
6 people solved, or 6, I think.
Is Max in the chat?
Yeah. So does anyone have any questions about any other problems that I can explain? No?
Riley's supposed to be just code.
Yeah, I see. Oh, cool. So Riley read more. Yeah, that's interesting. Here was my code to solve it if you want to see that. Sorry, didn't realize I was still sharing the screen. Okay. If you guys want, you can like unmute yourselves to talk about problems, but let me grab my code for full CPU 1. Oh yeah, Riley, definitely publish your DSL client. I would love to see that. My client was like completely blank. Yeah. Okay, here's my code. I found it. So that was my dynamic systems. That was my cool CPU code. I just posted in the chat. Yeah. Are there any other questions that people are wondering about? Okay, cool. If there are no more questions, then I guess that's it. Thank you guys all for coming to HackDalton. Have a great rest of your weekend. Yeah, thank you.
What did Scooter scroll up? I can't see. Is your volume off?